Let's go!
Hi guys, it's Queen, it's QK, it's Labruha, it's Labruski, and welcome back to Love with QK. So again guys, welcome back to Love with QK. If you're new here, please be informed that it is warm, it is kind, it is sunshines and rainbows over here, okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, guys, this is your house. Do I need to welcome you every single time? Walk in, open the doors, okay? Open sesame. Open the doors and just walk in, vibe. You know, it's just a vibe, it's just a vibe, it's just a vibe, it's just a vibe. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I also wanted to say thank you to everybody who has continued to watch my videos. Everybody who likes, comments, subscribes, engages on Instagram, whatever. Thank you guys for showing up, and it really means a lot to me because it reminds me that I am loved and I am taken care of and I am supported. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so in this video, basically I posted a poll on my Instagram and I asked you guys if you were curious to find out anything about me, about my moving here, mostly because I also feel like I sprang this whole Cambodia thing on you guys. You know, I just showed up and I was like, oops, content. I'm like, I want to ask these people even curious to know why am I here? What am I doing here? What's the story? Okay, so like I said, I posted a poll on my Instagram and some of you guys asked some questions. So I'm just gonna ask those questions, and they're actually not a lot. So I'm just gonna answer those questions. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Where do I start? Give a little rundown of the time that I guess I was not active here and that I was not producing content and stuff like that. I'll start by what happened. I started this video when I started this channel. I started this channel I think the last year of university, and then after university I started working in Ongobobonde, right? It's 7 kilometers from Okakarara. I was teaching there for the past few years, past 2 years. Yeah, I was there I think from 2020 2021, and I only moved last year in August is when I moved from Ongobobonde and I went to Ochivarongo, where I stayed last year August up until this year in April when I decided to move here, right? Okay, so what else? Yeah, you know, really maintaining the channel while I was at the village Ongobobonde was really difficult because the reception was so bad there. It was so bad, and when I say reception, I mean even just calling, texting, the network is really bad. I hope they have improved, but it was really bad at that time. So it would have taken so much time and so much effort and just upkeeping this channel, and I just could not, you know. Those last videos, you guys, if you have watched them, the last few videos, I was still working, but that was me trying until I couldn't try anymore. And you know, I went on a tip of just enjoying life and just, yeah, you know the vibes, you know the vibes. Okay, so let me get right into saying that I wish I could say my transition or my relocation here was easy, because it was not. It's been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. And I also feel moving here, a major part of me died. I don't know why I told myself that in this whole relocation process I have to do or die. I switched my mind off and my body, and I said I must put it in survival mode. I don't know why, and I just put myself in that, you know, space, and it just, a part of me died in the process of me relocating here, right? And then I feel once I realized that I'm settling in well, you know, the transition isn't really that chaotic and I'm moving on well and everything is okay. When I started feeling it's safe here, I'm safe, I'm taken care of, I am protected, and I am okay, I was trying to you know, go back to the queen that I know, the version of me that I had left, right? Before I said, hey, do or die. And I could not find her. I seeked for that girl, I searched for her, you know, here and there are moments where I still am looking for her and I can't seem to find her, right? So now I'm in this process of like cocooning into this version of myself and the version of who I am, and it's been really difficult. And I think I've said this like in my previous videos when I was saying like I'm going through a lot, I'm going through so much, I'm still going through it, you know. And it's just like now, right now, it just feels a little better, you know. It just feels, it doesn't feel that clouded in my head, it doesn't feel that heavy, it doesn't feel you know, it just doesn't feel that dark in my life or in my head and my heart. It just feels lighter, like the clouds are shining and the sun is shining, and it just feels, you know, each day I feel better about who I am, and I feel more grounded in the being, in the essence of my being. And yeah, you know what, and one of the most important things I am learning about myself in this process is the fact that I am so determined. I have a strong will. It's something I've known, but now it's like every day there's something that persists to me how determined and how I have such a strong will. And anything I set my mind to, I will. It becomes my whole personality. Like if I say, for example, I've been saying I want to learn Afrikaans, that has become my whole personality. So Ashua has this Afrikaans book here, and I literally call my mom just to read Afrikaans to her. And it's so crazy. We will just be laughing and rolling at my horrible Afrikaans. And it's like if I set my mind to something, it becomes my whole personality. And whoever is around me will hear about it. You will hear about how much I'm struggling with Afrikaans. You will hear about me not knowing one word, two words, not knowing how to pronounce words. And that makes it like so easy for me to navigate the process of me learning something new. I told myself that I should work on this. I feel like I need to invest into myself, into my intellect, into my body, spirit, mind, you know. I want to be a well of goodness. I aspire, and I am, you know, and I just need to dig deeper into myself so that my well is so deep, you know, like so that my roots are so deep and thick that I will not be moved by anybody, you know. And like I want to have so much like depth within myself, man. I want the people that are associated with me to be happy that they're associated with me. I want my friends to know that Queen is an interesting being. Queen is a smart person. Queen is a determined person. I want them to know that, like, if they are, for example, like having some encounter or whatever, I want them to know that they can like call on me and they will know that I will be there and I will show up for them, and I will I'll show up with strength, I will show up with wisdom, I will show up with joy, and I will show up with kindness and softness, you know. And I know like in this whole like self-discovery, like self-betterment process, it's so difficult, and I am not going to be like perfect all the times, but I know that I am creating the best version of myself, and that's what matters the most, right? Now that I have like laid all that down on the ground, let's get into this video, and I'll get right into like answering the questions that you people have asked me. Oh, and thank you so much for asking the questions. I really thought like nobody was gonna ask me stuff. I really thought like nobody was gonna ask me stuff, you know. And okay, so in the background I am going to be playing my friend's songs, Toya K, and I'll of course like link her videos down below. I'll link and write down all the videos and the songs if you want to get into it. Get into it. She's really talented, okay? So question number one, let's get into this, okay? Okay, let's begin. Question number one says, why did I move over here? Yeah, I'm in Cambodia, Southeast Asia, and I'm teaching English. I teach English to like little ones, like as little as 3 years old, up to like high schoolers. I teach like pre-primary school, and I also teach high schoolers like grade 7 to 10, right? So I moved here because I feel like before I had like when I was in university, right, I feel like I had this vision of a perfect life that I wanted to create for myself, right? And then I feel like I was able to create the life of my dreams, and it felt so beautiful and it felt so great. I had my little dog, School actually felt good, going to work felt fulfilling, and it felt so good and so wholesome and just so beautiful, right? But then it began to feel so stagnant because I began feeling like I'm being squeezed into like a little bubble that I feel like eventually I will not be able to, I will not be happy. Like I will not be happy in that space if I continued like living in Namibia. Number two, I moved because like I grew up on the village. You know, I grew up on the village. I grew up in Okavare with both my parents. I went to school at the village. I also went to school in towns. But like being a learner or having done like completed my education in Namibia and then also becoming a teacher and teaching in Namibia, right? Also became like, I've had to witness our education system like both as the receiver of the information and as the facilitator, right? And I feel like I'm not really happy with like the standard of our schools and the standard of our education system. And I feel like I could not I could not sit and like watch the kids be robbed off of like their high school experiences. Honestly, if we are being realistic to ourselves, most of our schools are honestly dilapidated. Most of our infrastructure is in the gutter, and it really like I just couldn't sit and just participate in that. Honestly, I could not. And I feel like as much as I am a teacher, you know, I'll be able to like, you know, make a difference, boost self-esteem here, boost confidence there, but it is not enough. And I felt like for as long as I am a teacher teaching them, I will never really be able to like make proper decisions or give them the proper education or like give them the change that they deserve, you know. And I don't know, I feel like my life, I'm built to like, you know, create a life of magnitude. You know, I'm built to create a life of so much wealth and richness in myself that I am able to pour into other people. And if as long as I am in that little, you know, pool and I guess puddle, I'll never be able to create the storm that I need to create. Does that make sense? Yeah, so basically stagnancy, like my life was so nice and I just began to feel stagnant. It felt good, man. It really felt good. My life felt really nice. But I started feeling stagnant, and number two, I just couldn't, you know, sit and watch. And number three, I just feel like there is so much, the world is so big. Like even if I don't like Cambodia anymore and I feel like I don't want to be here, I can easily move somewhere else. I'll look for somewhere else to go, somewhere else, something else to do, and I'll participate in that, you know. It's okay, it's okay. I'll find my footing and I'll find my grounding one day. The second question is, are you coming back to Namibia? Yes, I am coming back to Namibia to visit, you know, when the time is right and I am given the chance to come back home to visit, I'll definitely do so. But for a while, I don't think I'll be coming back to Namibia to live and to stay and to like create a life there for a while. I still want to go around, man. I still want to check before I go back. I've only been out for like a few months. Give me time. Give me time. Number three. Am I in a long distance relationship? Yeah. Guys, I've always romanticized like long distance relationships because I always thought they are rooted in so much like genuine intentions and genuine love. And this would have been like my second attempt at a long distance relationship because the first one didn't work out due to unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen circumstances, guys. Unforeseen circumstances. Yeah? But you know, those circumstances are always so unforeseen. But yeah, like the person that I was with previously now, I think we had intended to work it out as a long distance relationship. Well, I think that it would have worked out perfectly well. But I think we just didn't show up for each other as we should have, you know. But most importantly, I think I hold a lot of appreciation and gratitude for that person because they held me down in the times that, you know, we were together. And they really, you know, they kept me. They really kept me. And for that, I am grateful. But I am single, you know, I'm single. Are you single? Are you single? I'm unavailable. No, we see we. I'm unavailable. No, we see we. No, I'm not in a long distance relationship. Okay, and then it says, do you teach English there? And are you related to Ashua? Yes, like I said, I teach English to like little ones, like very tiny ones, and they are so adorable. Like they're so pretty. They are so beautiful, and it's also so beautiful for me to see how patient I am with them. And it just goes to show you that I've always thought I'm an impatient person, but like it really shows me how much patience I have for little kids, and just how much I am willing to work for children and give back to the kids, because I know I am feeding, like it just feels like I'm feeding a nation when I teach, even to like a 3-year-old, and they'll just be like, teacher, I love you, teacher. Oh my God, they are so cute. I love you, teacher, I love you. And they'll do this, I love you, teacher. Yes, I teach English to like little ones and like teenagers. And no, I'm not related to Ashua. This is a funny story, because every time people ask us, we always say we are childhood friends. So Ashua and I come from the same villages, right? Our villages are right next to each other. But Ashua and I, weirdly so, never became friends. So because our villages are right next to each other, it means that we were always in the same scenes or the same areas, right? But we both have like no recollection of ever running into each other. Like I heard of like them, you know, we heard of each other. Like I would hear about his family, he would hear about mine, and what. But I never really have a recollection of ever engaging with the individuals themselves, right? Until a few years ago, when I guess they just decided that it's time for us to meet. So no, I'm not related to Ashua. He is just a friend of mine. And yeah, so according to us, we are childhood friends, and you can't tell us otherwise. You cannot tell us otherwise, okay? You cannot. How was your experience living in Chivarongo? I'll rate my experience in Chivarongo a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. It was so blissful. It's a small town. The people are also, of course, like small-minded, like, you know, a little judgmental here and there. But it was such a beautiful experience. Most importantly, like I got to make friends. You know, I left that place with so many memories and so many like friendships that I will probably like maintain and keep for the rest of my life. I met so many beautiful people. In my experience, there was a total, like I told you, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It was nice, man. The kids were also nice. They were so full of character. I would come into class and it's just a vibe. Like beyond like these basic bureaucracies and just kids being kids, school was fun. School was really fun. I enjoyed going to school. I enjoyed like teaching them, and just being with them really just filled my heart. And 8 out of 10. Okay, 8 out of 10. Where are you from, Oretebate? So my village, I'm from Okavare. Okavare is like 90 something kilometers, 90 kilometers from Okakarara, and 60 kilometers from Grootfontein. So yeah, I'm from Okavare. Baba Okavare yo. Shidambire gombera shidambire Okavare yo. Why are you doing this, Apo? Okavare yo. I'm from that place. How do you navigate all your friendships and relationships with loved ones? This is a really interesting question. Interesting question. One of my, I think, biggest like traits or attributes is that like I value relationships with people. I value family. I value friendships. I value coexisting, because I feel like that's the essence of being human, is being able to like coexist with other people, create relationships, and communicate effectively, and just be with people, man. Give love and receive love, right? So I really think that like I don't have a hard time navigating my friendships and my relationships, unless there is a problem, you know, then that problem needs to be addressed. But I easily connect with people. I connect with people easily and they connect to me easily. So I think that's why I'm always like, you guys must engage, because I know how easily I will be able to know that I will easily make friends. I make friends so easily. I love making friends and I value friendships. And I feel like, yeah, I value friendships and I value relationships. Wherever I am, if there is somebody, like my family has not been very like close-knitted for a very long time, right? But like wherever I find myself, I'm gravitated towards my family and my relatives. Like when I was staying in Ngombombonde, my older sister lived in Tsumeb, right? I still made time to like drive all the way to Tsumeb to go see her and her kids, and I'll still spend time with people there. When I'm in Tsumeb, I'll still like look for my cousins and I'll go hang out with them, and we'll just be like, you know, just a vibe. Every time I'm there, I'll just, you know, create a vibe, like bond with my sister and her children, and I'll still like go to my cousins in the kasi, and I'll just, you know, just be hanging and just be having mad fun. I think that's why in my other video I was saying that I miss Tsumeb a lot, because it's actually one of my favorite towns, you guys. Like I like Tsumeb so much. So when I also moved to Ochbarongo, my older brother lives in Ochbarongo. So I'll still go to their house. I'll still take my dog to their house. I'll still go pick up the kids and we'll spend days together, weekends together, painting nails and just, you know, just bonding basically. So I think I am also very grateful for the internet and smartphones, because I'm able to speak to my parents and my siblings and my friends like this every day. Whenever we feel like it, we are able to speak. So because I value friendships and I value relationships, it's not very difficult for me to navigate like relationships with people. So yeah, you know, and I'm also like a very open person. None of my things like are very secretive. I'm not very secretive. So even if I start talking to somebody now, you know, if I start talking to a boy or like somebody there, you must trust me that somebody else already knows about you. It could be my brother, it could be my sister, it could be my mom, it could be my friend, anybody around me. If I just start like connecting to somebody, trust and believe that somebody else knows about you. I'll never keep none of my, especially like my relationship, whatever, I don't keep those things secret. It's say people kill people, so they must know who killed me. That turned out so dark, but that's the reality of our lives. Would you assist somebody that's interested in taking a similar journey as yours? Yes, of course, I definitely will. Like, but what you must keep in mind is like our journeys are always going to be so different. Like Washua and I did the same thing, right? We did the same exact thing, but our journeys were so different because we are different people. We draw different people, like we attract different people. We were at different times, you know, like. So I will definitely be able to like assess somebody. I would give like contacts of people you can talk to. I can answer your questions. I'll be able to like honestly like put you on. Yeah, I definitely would. Biggest cultural shock, guys, like the culture around here is completely different from back home, right? Which means it's already a shock in itself. But one that I'm really having a hard time to is like these men here, the men I've seen here grow their like fingernails. They grow their nails. Like I've seen men back home, like, you know, grow their like little pinky. These people, they'll grow like by the whole hand, like it's just and like in the process of like handing money and taking money, and they scratch you or like they touch you, I'm just like cringe. It really makes me cringe. Yo, no, it's like long strong nails, bro. Like no. One other one that I found out was that like the kids, like they shave off their hair if their grandparents like pass on. Like I still am to explore what the story is about, but like the kids shave off, like if my especially the boys shave off like their hair if their grandparents die. So if your grandfather dies, the younger boys they shave off their hair. I think it's like a mourning process or whatever, but I still don't know much about that one. I'll find out. Like, yeah, it was new. And the rice, I can't say the rice was shocking, because I was constipated all these months, and still now when I started like meal prepping and really looking into my diet and like, you know, being conscious about what I'm putting in my body, what I'm eating and what. But the rice is not shocking, but we eat rice like morning, lunch, dinner, like they serve rice everywhere, every time. Yeah. Who do I miss the most? If you follow me on Instagram, you know the story. I miss my $1 million. I miss my dog. Yo, there's no day I don't post my dog. And I think that also brings me to why I always say I'm grateful for my parents and the parents that I have, because they were able to take in my dog and they take care of my dog. And I'm also low-key thinking they are overfeeding him. But they are really taking care of my dog, and they sent me like videos and they sent me like little clips of him. Like the other day on his birthday, they gave him like a bubble bath. Okay, I'm romanticizing bubble bath. It was just like Moshiaha, but that's my definition of bubble bath. You can't tell me otherwise, okay? They gave him a bubble bath, and you know, he is growing so big. I miss my dog and my parents. Yeah, my dog the most though. Boy, my friend is talented, I'm telling you. Listen. Hey, you guys are missing out if you are not listening to my friend's songs. Have you ever been homesick, and how have you dealt with it? Guys, remember how I said I went to like different schools? So for the major part of my life, I went to school on the village with my parents. But then when I got to high school, I went to school at Yanmore for grade 8 and 9, right? And then I would always throw fits, like if it's like a weekend, like even a casual out weekend, and my parents have not like organized a car or like hike for me to go back to the village, I will throw tantrums. I will be crying. I will be sobbing. And so you remember back then, like grade 10 was such a big thing, right? And my parents were like, why this girl and these tantrums and these home illnesses? Like, she is going to fail. She is going to fail her grade 10. So I was there for grade 8 and 9, and then grade 10 I was moved back to my parents because of home illnesses. because of home illnesses. But like now that I'm here, I'm coping really well. Like I said previously, like thank God for the internet and smartphones, because I'm able to speak to my parents whenever I feel like it, you know? Like right now, if I miss them, I can easily call them, and they got Wi-Fi! Let's clap hands for my people. They got Wi-Fi, I think, was it last year or like earlier this year? They got a Wi-Fi, so we really get to speak a lot. You know how everything just aligns itself? Let me not get into that. I'll answer, these ones are so spicy. But what are 3 things that make me smile? 3 things that make me smile: completing my set in the gym. When I do like a heavy set that I know I probably will not, like I underestimated myself and I was like, yo, maybe I won't be able to do this. And I do like my reps like 15 and I finish my set completely. That makes me smile and it makes me laugh, because I'm like, you really do be under like estimating yourself, girl. Show up. Number 2, talking to my parents, because my parents are so full of like charisma and my parents are funny. And if you have met my parents, you know this. My parents are really funny. They'll just be talking about like some funny stuff and they'll just be telling you about some funny business, and it makes me smile. My dog, I go back to like our old videos and our old pictures and I just be there smiling. Like I was just like, you're so beautiful. Like my dog is so pretty and smart. He gets it from me. Anyway, guys, that was the last question that I'll be answering, and that basically sums up this video. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I I hope I've given you guys like a glimpse of my life, and I've given you guys like some sort of like grounding or something to lean on, like some sort of context to work with, you know. And yeah, so again, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And I hope that it was blissful and that you enjoyed it. And yeah, you can always like follow me on Instagram at underscore I am QK, or if you search with Love QK, you will be able to find me. Let's jam to my friend's song before we go. It will always be one of my favorite songs from Toya, mostly because it's one of her like first like major releases, and I'm so proud of her. And we listened to this song like on repeat last year when we went to Tsumkwe to go see her family, so it holds like a very special space in my heart. Listen.
Yendem down there now.
Obe ukala nitombani. Njote yende wina na hii.
Apo bado ibe popo nene.
Ete matran ete vendro business amko.
Mera ndika.
And instead of that crew welcome to Toya E190 journey truck to locate the rail station. Toya on safety, please do the safety instructions.
So damn expensive. This is all my life. I know you cannot see. Because right now, all my problems have disappeared. I'm in Singapore now. And this airport is so damn pretty. Like it's really cute. And baby, and I'm so hungry, like very hungry. I could eat a horse. But I'm so tired to go around to go. Because, I'm tired, guys. I didn't show you guys my outfit. I didn't even think about this name. I just went to the shop and I was like, that's a cute top. It will work with that shirt. And then I just started taking everything and piece it together. Okay, the pants I got from my sister. The necklace. I'm so hungry. I finally got some things. The chicken and some rice.
I'm tired of fighting all my demons. Fight your demons with it too. Desire make you wanna lose your head and wait for love that isn't due. But I'ma need a hand or two just to hold it down for you. What I get myself into now, and it feels like deja vu. I can never follow through what I get myself into now. If you want me and you need me, if you love me, you're gonna have to run to me. If you want me, if you need me, if you love me, you're gonna have to be on time. 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 Why you sending me flowers? Just like they have the power. Say this love isn't ours. I go find me a tower till you come in your armor. Don't need no superpowers. But I'ma need a hand or two just to hold it down for you.